It's Week 7 of the National Football League. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Bengals and the Chiefs next on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Looking deep here for Chase. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Chiefs' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now here's Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. It should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now Mahomes. That's caught at the 3. Touchdown! Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 68 yards. And the Bengals have regained the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So this game, Charles, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now it's Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Jamar Chase.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. The Browns seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to the half. George Pickens, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Third and 9 here.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Pacheco once again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Burrow looking to pass. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
11 MT.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And quickly they get to the line. And Burrow going to throw again. This one into the hands of Burton.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the
So
play,
they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he'll get this to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense. But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively...
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
He's got Burton here. On the move past the 40.
And finally brought down at the 38.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Going for Burton, and he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
11.
Again, it's Burrow. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing now is Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mahomes going to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
And again, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Mahomes got to have this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs' 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mahomes.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring out Sackett. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
To the sideline and incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Mahomes to throw it.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
It doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this